I'm worried about Alex Dutton's new friends in 1923 Season 2. While Spencer Dutton's, Brandon's Glenner, wife finally has some good news in 1923, I'm worried about Alexandra's new friends after her encounter with Paul, Augustus Prue, and Hillary, Janet Montgomery, at the train station. In 1923 Season 2, Episode 5, Only Gunshots to Guide Us, Alexandra has another series of harrowing circumstances on a train heading west to Billings. Alex was at Grand Central Terminal in the previous chapter, beaten and robbed in the women's bathroom, barely making it on her connecting train. Alex's perilous journey continues in Episode 5, working in food service to eat after her robbery. The development builds on a series of unfortunate circumstances, with Alexandra of Sussex fleeing London and her life of British nobility to join her husband on his ranch. In 1923 Season 2, danger and disturbances follow Alex and Spencer everywhere they go, as they make the legs of their journey one by one. Spencer's journey is equally dangerous, with Dutton escaping a group of sinister vagabonds on the train before finally boarding a train to Montana in Episode 5. The destruction that follows the lovers is star-crossed, leaving me to wonder what ill-fated circumstances await them. I'm worried about Alex's new friends because she and her husband leave a path of death and destruction behind. Paul and Hillary could be next in a series of unfortunate events, with the 1923 character's kindness potentially being repaid with tragedy. Alex is supposed to go to the Chicago police after her run-in with an unruly passenger who sexually assaults her on the train. Hopefully, all goes well after the perpetrator is arrested. But if he has connections with the city, Paul and Hillary could end up paying for sticking their necks out for Alex. Similarly to how Luca meets an unfortunate fate as he momentarily joins Spencer's journey, Paul and Hillary could find themselves amid Taylor Sheridan's next 1923 tragedy. If Sheridan decides to pile more tragedy onto Alex's lap, Paul and Hillary are in the crossfire. While it's nice to think that 1923 will finally give us the story we want after Episode 5, it seems more likely, based on the events so far, that Alex's run-in will just lead to another tragedy and another until she gets to the ranch or dies trying, putting her new friends in danger. Hopefully, Alex's finding Paul and Hillary means that her journey will finally take a turn for the better, rather than the kind British couple being subjected to the same danger Spencer's wife has experienced so far. Perhaps 1923 fans can see a glimmer of hope that Alex will make it to Montana now that she has someone in her corner. Part of the reason that Alex's journey in 1923 Season 2 has been so hard is that she's had to endure it without her life partner, who would have protected her but also provided the emotional support she desperately needs. Alex finally found that support in Paul and Hillary. The couple is taking Alexandra to Winnetka, a northern suburb of Chicago, and we can only hope they have the resources or connections to get Alex to Montana. In 1923 Season 1, Spencer tells Alex that every moment leading up to their shipwreck rescue was a sign from the universe that they weren't meant to be together. Sadly, their ill-fated journey continues in 1923 Season 2, with their serendipitous marriage being their only respite. Currently, I'm desperately hoping Spencer and Alex's story doesn't repeat my least favorite Yellowstone tragedy. As fans eagerly anticipate 1923 Season 2, one lingering concern looms over the fate of Alex Dutton. When we last saw Alex, she was fiercely devoted to Spencer Dutton, determined to stand by his side no matter the obstacles. However, new surroundings often bring new acquaintances, and given the treacherous world of 1923, not all friendships are built on trust. With Alex navigating unfamiliar territories, it's hard not to worry about the company she might keep in the upcoming season. The journey so far. Alexandra Alex Dutton, played by Julia Schlaffer, entered 1923 as a spirited Englishwoman who defied societal norms to be with Spencer Dutton, Brandon Sklenar. Their whirlwind romance was both romantic and perilous, set against the backdrop of Africa's untamed wilderness. From dodging dangerous predators to surviving life-or-death situations, Alex proved her resilience time and again. However, as the couple attempted to reunite with Spencer's family in Montana, they faced countless setbacks, including legal troubles and geographical separation. The first season ended with Alex and Spencer being forcibly separated, leaving Alex with limited control over her fate. As she was taken away from Spencer and sent back to England, it raised concerns about what kind of people might influence her next moves. Could she be pressured into abandoning Spencer? Will new friends convince her that her love story was nothing more than a reckless adventure? Or worse, could she be manipulated by enemies of the Dutton family? New faces, new dangers. Season 2 is expected to introduce a host of new characters. And given Alex's aristocratic background, it's likely she'll be surrounded by people from her past. People who never approved of her relationship with Spencer. There's a high chance she will be forced to reintegrate into high society, where judgmental family members and so-called friends will try to mold her back into the proper Englishwoman she was supposed to be. One major concern is that Alex could be influenced by a suitor arranged by her family. It's not uncommon for wealthy families of this era to orchestrate marriages that align with their social and financial interests. If she's being watched closely and her freedom is restricted, a well-placed manipulator could convince her that Spencer has moved on or that their love was doomed from the start. Then there's the possibility of more nefarious figures entering the picture. If enemies of the Duttons catch wind of Alex's connection to Spencer, she could become a pawn in a larger scheme to weaken the family. Someone could befriend her under the guise of offering comfort, only to use her for leverage against the Dutton Empire. Alex's determination versus societal pressure. Alex is not the type to be easily swayed, but even the strongest individuals can be worn down over time. If she's subjected to constant pressure from family, friends, and potential suitors, it's possible that doubt could creep in. If she's fed false information about Spencer, perhaps news of his death or betrayal, would she hold on to their love, or would she succumb to despair? The show has already demonstrated how deeply ingrained societal expectations were in the 1920s. Women had limited autonomy, especially those from elite families. Even if Alex resists, the constraints of her social standing could make it nearly impossible for her to break free and reunite with Spencer. Without allies, she could find herself trapped in a life she no longer wants. Potential allies and unlikely friendships. While there's reason to be wary of new characters, not all of Alex's acquaintances in Season 2 will be threats. She may encounter a sympathetic friend, perhaps another woman who understands the plight of being forced into a predetermined life. This ally could help Alex strategize her escape, providing the support she needs to defy societal norms once again. Additionally, the world of 1923 is full of unexpected connections. There's a chance that someone loyal to the Duttons could cross paths with Alex, offering her information or assistance in getting back to Spencer. Whether it's a distant relative, an old acquaintance, or even a rebellious noblewoman, Alex may not be entirely alone in her struggles. The ultimate question, will Alex and Spencer reunite? The biggest worry fans have is whether Alex and Spencer will find their way back to each other. Their love story has been one of the most gripping aspects of 1923, and the forced separation was heartbreaking. If Alex falls into the wrong crowd or succumbs to societal expectations, the reunion we're all hoping for may become more complicated or even impossible. However, Alexa's character has been built on defiance, love, and an adventurous spirit. If anyone can fight against the odds, it's her. While her new friends may try to steer her away from Spencer, there's a strong chance that her love for him will be enough to resist manipulation. Final thoughts. Season 2 of 1923 is bound to introduce new challenges for Alex Dutton, and the people she surrounds herself with will play a crucial role in her journey. Whether she faces well-meaning yet misguided acquaintances or outright adversaries, her ability to navigate these relationships will determine her fate. As fans, we can only hope that Alex stays true to herself, and that she and Spencer find their way back to each other before it's too late. But in the harsh world of 1923, nothing is guaranteed, and that's exactly what makes it so compelling.